Hello musicians of the world, welcome to GuitarMiami.com. I'm Justin Lelia. This is my show all about music and songwriting, and I created it really for myself. I'm a songwriter and I love to improvise, so teaching is part of my mission as a musician. And what I'd like to tell you or teach you today is about the concept of the intervals. Intervals are simply spaces between two notes. They're also two notes played at the same time, but for this lesson I'm just going to cover two notes played one after each other, or what's called a melodic interval. There's more than a few intervals. I'm only going to cover the ones that are in the major scale, because for a beginner guitar player, the major scale is, and for all musicians for that matter in the Western world, the major scale is the most popular scale and the one that we use to discuss music and reference the music theory. So if you don't know the major scale, you can go watch and learn about it through one of my past videos on my YouTube channel, on this channel here. So anyhow, here's the major scale on one string. It happens to be in the key of C. There's 7 notes in the major scale, so there's actually going to be just 6 intervals that we cover. So the first interval is from the root, or C, to the note D. We call that a major second. You hear it in the first melody, in the first syllables of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or the first notes in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The next interval that we're going to cover is from C to E. This is called the major third. Oh, when the saints, you hear that in When the Saints Go Marching In. How about the next interval from C to the perfect fourth, or 1, 2, 3, fourth interval, the 4th degree of the major scale. So from the root to the 4th degree of the major scale, you have what's called a perfect fourth. That's the wedding march. You see how these different sounds are used to create melodies? Each one gives a little bit of a different twist. The next one is my favorite one from this lesson. It's a perfect fifth, from C to G. It's the first note in the song Love and Marriage, performed by Frank Sinatra and made popular in my generation through the show Married with Children. So you have love and marriage, love and marriage. The next interval is called a major sixth, from C to A. That's in Jingle Bells. Then the last one, the last interval of the major scale, from C to B, which is also called the leading tone in the major scale. It's 11 notes long, the distance. That's called a major seventh. I think of the chorus to Take On Me by Aha, that popular song from the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken, or mid 80s. Take on me. So those are the 6 intervals of the major scale. It's good to know these intervals when you're communicating with other musicians, or for your own sake, to understand the different sounds and it's like the colors in your palette. These intervals help you to create unique sounds and to improvise in different ways, and ultimately to create songs and melodies. They're also the makeup of chords when you stack these intervals on top of each other. Intervals are the building blocks of music, so it's important to be able to define these and have them and understand them to some degree. So there you have a quick lesson on the intervals of the major scale. Keep on playing your guitar.